Good morning, you guys. I hope you're doing well. I have been having some thoughts, and I like to share them. So on this morning's drive, with today's card contemplations, I'm thinking about this guy named Chad that I know. So Chad, picture this. Chad is this amazing guy. Like, he is so cool, so smart, so effervescent, so good looking, so gregarious, that when Chad walks into a room, like when he's the guy that you invite to the party, he's the guy that just leads the conversation, and everybody loves Chad. Everybody loves his jokes. Everybody loves Chad's thoughts, the things that he posits, and people on the edges of the room are like leaning in to listen to, what is Chad gonna break down for us today? Chad's that guy. Chad's that guy. Like, when you're having a party, you're like first on the list. Chad, we better invite Chad, because Chad's gonna keep it all going. When I tell you he's the guy, he's that guy that every guy wants to be, and every woman's like, who did I marry? I should have married Chad. That's how Chad is. He is striking. He is everything you dream of a partner being. He's everything you dream of a best friend being. He's just awesome. He drinks the right drinks. He wears the right clothes. Chad's the man. So Chad shows up at the party with his wife, Susan, and Susan is just the sweetest girl. She's kind. She's not super effervescent. She's more reserved and quiet, but that's all right. She's holding her own. And Susan is watching Chad do what Chad does, and that is work a room. And what I haven't told you is that Chad just beat the shit out of Susan last night. Susan has put on the correct makeup so that you won't notice her bruising, because she doesn't want you to. She doesn't really want to talk about it. But Susan is leaning into Chad's behavior. She's really wanting him to stay at this party as long as possible, because when he's here and he's being all of Chad, he's not beating her. So here's my analogy. Chad is the United States of America, and everybody in the room are the white people. Susan, she's the minorities and marginalized groups of people in the United States of America. Let's call her the black lady. Susan represents black folks. So can we acknowledge that these two different groups, i.e. Susan and the room at the party, have a different experience of Chad? They do, right? The room experienced Chad as the shiz, and he is all of that. But Susan experiences him as a wife beater, and he is also that. And it would be wrong to tell Susan that she's not experiencing him as a wife beater. It'd be wrong to tell Susan that the only experience that is valid of Chad is the experience that they're having, right? Because Susan acknowledges and she recognizes Chad is the shiz in this space, in this room with these people. But he's not that to me. And I think that if people would have this understanding, there wouldn't be an argument. It's not right to tell Susan that her experiences are invalid, and Chad's never beating a woman. Chad would never do that. If Susan is saying that Chad has beat the shit out of her, let's believe her, because Susan believes you when you say Chad has been amazing to you. She's seen it. She's seen it. I don't know. I just thought it would help people understand that we all have a different relationship with a person, with a thing. We all have a different experience with Chad. We all have a different experience with a thing. I know that I experience United States of America very differently than, than my white friends. And all I'm asking is that you acknowledge that. Because I acknowledge how you experience it. So quit trying to tell me that my experience is invalid. Because I would never do that to you. And honestly, good people wouldn't do that to one another. How about jumping in and seeing, man, how can I help Chad not do that to Susan? Or how can I help Susan get out from under Chad's arm or hand? I don't know. I just think anything that leads you to compassion and caring about another person's perspective, where they sit in their experiences, that cannot be a bad thing. It cannot. So, Chad's gonna keep being Chad. The room is gonna keep being impressed. And I would say that the room needs to pause and consider Susan. Okay? You guys have a beautiful day. I know I'm going to. Peace.